I still think that's a great deal.
Seems like it.
A 1941?
Seems like it. I guess it depends on the other particulars, but I've always wondered, I've driven some older cars, but I'm trying to think, I think a Stingray from the 60s is the oldest car I've ever driven. Where I'm going with this is, I've always wondered what it was like driving in the snow in those type of vehicles. Super heavy, by today's standards, bicycle tires, you know, and I'm just like, it must have been just something. Yeah. Here it's like, you know, obviously a lot of us have all-wheel, but even front wheel nowadays, it's just so much better there. It must have been.
No, at least they didn't have all the ice mixing in with the snow, though.
True, just consistent snow, and I felt like probably people just didn't try to drive as much. But anyways, I don't want to talk about snow. Why do you guys lead me down that path? I know. we actually have some nice weather coming up, so that's the good news. Today, rest of today looks good. Mixture of sun and clouds, really pleasant into the 70s for most of us, some upper 70s out there. Boom, big zoom down. And I just want to take you to Franklin, which is a major hurricane and a really strong looking storm. Luckily, this thing is out over the open ocean and not looking to make any kind of imminent landfall. But if we widen the picture back out, you'll see where it is in context. And it is going to move towards the eastern seaboard enough. It's not a risk for any kind of direct hit. Enough that it's going to push some of these weather systems, including this stationary front to our south, back at us, and that will factor into our weather tomorrow, but more so Wednesday. So there's the front. Typically this would do one of these, not now though, because Franklin's down there, so it gets kind of pushed back into us, and another front approaches, so we see more clouds tomorrow, and then some tropically infused rain is possible on Wednesday as Franklin makes its closest pass to us. So how that looks on the hour-by-hour forecast is not very much tonight, just cloudy. Temperatures are in the 60s, couple of 50s. Isolated shower can't be ruled out, maybe a little bit of spotty fog as well. And tomorrow is just a cloudier day in general. It's not a terrible day, but there will be some sun farther west, but most of us are much cloudier than today. Temperatures are cooler in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees. That cloud cover thickens overnight tomorrow night. And then Wednesday, there will be periods of heavy rain. The question is going to be exactly where the heaviest rainfall sets up. I think the best bet is along the immediate coastline, but because this is a tropical system to our south and east, it's going to be hard to nail down the exact bullseye. Case in point, European model here for rainfall has under an inch along the coast and an inch and a half farther inland, as opposed to the GFS model is a more what I would think is going to happen, which is an inch to 2 inches along the coast. Either way, heavy downpours, possible localized flooding on Wednesday. Get that out of the way though, and we rip off a great pattern. This is an odd thing to say, but it's true. Some of our best weather in September is often when there are hurricanes or tropical storms nearby, and there's a big ridge protecting us. So here we are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, probably into Monday. Mega ridge. What did I tell you guys? First week of September, every time. It's one of the biggest locks in weather. So enjoy it. It looks really good for all things summer that we didn't do this actual summer. After we clear out, it's a little bit on the cool side, maybe Thursday. Friday's comfortable, and then we get back to the upper 70s, low 80s, dew points around 60. Good looking stuff, I think, right into Labor Day.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for this weekend.
We actually had a good Memorial Day too. It's just all the stuff that happened in between that we didn't like as much. Right. But this looks really solid, and the week is nice too after we get rid of that rain.
Good. Great. Keith, thanks.